Hello Libra, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Now this is your reading for mid-February to end of February 2019. This is the second go that I'm having on your reading. I practically finished it yesterday and I don't know what's wrong with my computer and recording. I could not save the video. I don't know, I did some updates on my computer, if I only knew, and there are issues with that now, so I had to scrap the whole reading and start all over again today, and I'm thinking, okay, it probably wasn't the right message. Now, what I want to say is that you had 4 queens on there, all the elements. You also had, out of those 4 queens, I said that it was probably 3 siblings, a mother, and you had the Emperor as well, which would have been a family situation. You had the Justice card as the karmic position, and you had the Justice card again. So you also had the 6 of Pentacles as part of the outcome. So I'm thinking very much so that some of you could be going through legal family issues, legalities with your extended family, something to do with the family money, maybe with an inheritance, something like that. That's what I remember from your reading yesterday. Unfortunately, it was practically an hour-long reading, and here I am again. So that's what I believe. It wasn't meant to be. Let's take, dear Libra, and thank you for your patience. I'd like to think that you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. If not, hopefully, you know, they do say that whoever isn't lucky in a particular area of their life, they could be lucky in another area. So if you haven't been lucky with, you know, having a go on a lucky game, maybe you'll be lucky in love. This year has got a lot of potential. Speaking of being lucky in love, Venus in Capricorn is just coming up to Saturn. And, you know, it's not easy, of course, for Venus. She's going through tests after Saturn, which she will be meeting up with in a couple of days. She will then be meeting up with Pluto. So this could be changes, transformations within anything that you love or value. Also, it's a very karmic time because Venus after Pluto, because Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node are very karmic. This is a very karmic time that we're in, and it is lasting for a while. I would say that the whole year we're dealing with karma, we're resolving karma. So at the moment, in about a day, Venus will be sextiling over to Neptune in Pisces, and that's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, that's all about unity and spiritually aligning, and as well as that, being on the same page with another person. So there's a lot of love in that, you know, conversation between Venus and Neptune. So I'm thinking, I hope it all works out well for you. What else I wanted to say is that Uranus is at the last degrees of Aries. It's nearly ready to move into Taurus. Mars, which rules Aries, has moved into Taurus now. As well as that, you know, Mars and Uranus are squaring over to the North Node, which is what fate is all about, what we're supposed to be moving into. The North Node is our destiny in this lifetime. So squares are always difficult, but through difficulty, maybe through challenges, the changes come in. So if we're not on the right path, we're being put on it. So let's see, dear Libra, let's see your Karma Dharma position. This is the Divine Spread, the very popular Divine Spread. And again, thank you so much for being here. Okay, well, I'm holding the cards upside down. Doesn't matter. I'm not reading reversals. This is the World card, and the World card is very fixed energy. There is some sort of a completion. We are having a full moon in Virgo on the 19th or 20th, depending on where you are. Now, This is the ending of something that is completing. This is a karmic lesson learned. And with these cards, the Tarot 3D by David CORSI, we've got Venus in the womb, which says that Venus will be reborn. I love this energy. I love this card. So a new cycle is beginning for you. And with the World card, we could be talking about international matters. Some of you may be completing some sort of a relationship and moving into something new. Others of you could be even organizing a holiday, getting ready to travel to a distant land. Now this is the energy of Saturn. Venus is the goddess of love. Okay, so Venus and Saturn coming together. I'm not surprised with this energy. So karmic lessons being learned. Let's see what the Divine Spread wants to show for you. I'm very excited to be doing your reading, especially with the AMIRA'S Love Oracles. I will show you them in a second. I'm taking 3 cards and looking specifically into your love life with those cards. Libra, mid-February until end of February 2019. And I'm using the Morgan-GREER Tarot. So this is the Chariot movement. Yes. Let's see what's in the hidden position. Now the Chariot is Cancer energy. So Cancer is where the North Node is. Let's see what you don't know. We've got the Lovers. And this is Gemini. Okay, in the recent past, Libra, 4 of Wands. In the now position, Capricorn and the Devil. Crowning your reading and your highest ideal, your highest goals, what you are hoping to accomplish. Yes, you're wanting to move, 8 of Wands. Let's take for the action and advice position. Oh, wow. 3 of Swords. Okay, for those of you that are on... I just thought I remembered something, but no, I will leave it because I'm not certain. Let's see what the outcome is. And you've got the Empress. This is beautiful. Love the Empress. Doesn't matter what position she's in. Let's look at the divine position. What is happening planetarily for you? And we've got the Queen of Rods. And the Queen of Rods was exactly here in your reading that I did last night. But we also had the Queen of Swords here, as well as the King of Swords. So you had the Emperor, you had the King of Swords. The Emperor was in the hidden position. You also had the King of Swords, as well as the Queen of Swords here. So interesting. Let's take AMIRA'S Love Oracle and see what's happening for you in your love life. Libra. Libra, mid-February till end of February, roughly. Okay, so first card, dear Libra. Wallflower. And I'm so tired of seeing this card. About 4 or 5 signs have had the same card. Let's take another card, dear Libra. And we've got money. And one more card for Libra. And we've got the dating card as well. So this can also speak of an agreement. It's funny that you've got the Empress. The Empress is the mother. So as I was saying before, that I did feel as though your mother was present in your reading that I did yesterday. So having the Empress here, even just as an energy, she's amazing. So, okay, this reading has got good and bad. It's just like the energies. Can't even shuffle today. Now I'm using the astrology cards. All the cards are named in the description box below, Libra. So if you need to know which cards, which decks I'm using, check out the information below the video. So let's take one card for Libra, and we've got a zodiac sign. So we've got Libra. Wow, this energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So that's probably what you're doing right now, seeking harmony and balance. I want to bring in the cards just a little bit closer. That way I can make sure that you can see them. And because we already know that you are Libra, I'm going to take one more card. So, of course, the card of Libra speaks of relationships, finding balance, any relationships, whether they're romantic or family or even friends. Okay, so you are being very diplomatic. You're trying to bring in the balance. Let's take another card. And we've got Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. So stimulating exchange speaks to this card exactly. Stimulating, but you know, having the 8 of Rods here, it's funny that you don't have any air cards here apart from the 3 of Swords. Yesterday your reading was full of swords. You had I think the 5 of Swords, you had the 6 of Swords, you had the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. So there was so much air energy in your reading, a lot to do with communication. And I'm not surprised that you've got the Gemini card. I'm going to say a lot of you could be dealing with a Gemini. Okay? So, I've already mentioned this card. As I said, there is some sort of a completion. This is finishing up with a karmic cycle. Some of you are metaphorically like moving away from some sort of a situation. When I say metaphorically, I mean psychologically. Probably moving away from some sort of a situation. And again, because you've got the Chariot here, which is, oh wow, Cancer. And you've got the Devil, which is, okay, Capricorn. So we've got the North Node. The transiting North Node is in Cancer, which speaks of course, family, your home, your foundation, your parents, could be your, your family. So even though your siblings are the 3rd house, family would involve siblings. So here we've got the card of Capricorn, the Devil, and of course this is where the South Node is. This, the South Node is anything that is familiar to you. So we are supposed to be in this lifetime letting go of familiar situations, people, circumstances. So we're supposed to be moving into more the family energy. And that's quite a theme with these readings in February. I feel as though there's a lot of people out there that are trying to stabilize their foundation. They're, with the North Node, they're in Cancer. They are investing their time, their energy, their efforts into family situations. Now here with the Devil card, it's not an easy energy. Letting go of something that has been binding, whether this is a personal relationship, like a romantic relationship, or even someone from your family, because that's the theme that I have from yesterday. Some of you could be dealing with family. Oh, wow. There's the card of Gemini. This is crazy. I just saw it now. So, as I said, this is a very karmic time. Now, with the Wallflower, even though these cards are for love, some of you, as you know, all cards have got many layers, different meanings. I usually go by what I feel. And the Wallflower usually speaks of boredom. But as you can see, she doesn't look too happy. Okay, so there is a big difference. She's got her shadow side here. It's as though she's talking to her twin, and there's two different energies. One of the twins is bored and the other twin is having a fantastic time. It looks as though she's dancing, performing, whatever that is. I feel as though some of you are in a position of pause. There is no excitement in your life. You're not motivated to move into becoming a whole person. That's what I want to say, because you know this is your shadow, so it's part of you. Now, speaking of a twin, yes, I could be talking to a set of twins out there where one is bored, crazily bored. She's got nothing that is exciting in her life, whereas the other half is having a fantastic time. There is so much celebration, so much going on in their life. So, and this could even be speaking about you and your partner. Some of you may be at home alone, where your other half is leading a very different life at this time, and I don't know why. So that's one storyline. Another storyline is that some of you can be quite upset, and I do feel with the money card here that we could be talking. I did say something to do with an inheritance, the family home, your family as a whole, finances and money. And here we've got the two, it's like the Two of Cups. This is the dating card, and the dating card can speak of romantic situations coming together and forming some sort of an agreement. This could also speak of going out and being blessed with, you know, changing your life up at this time, and just going out there and just giving it your all. Some of you are spending your money like crazy, maybe trying to put more color into your life. And I feel a sense of jealousy here too, so I need to mention that. Now, the dating card can also be an agreement where money will be coming in through some sort of a contract. We do have the full moon in the background, so I believe that maybe with the full moon in Virgo, this could be happening for you. Now, for some of you, there could have been some sort of an agreement which has made you feel like $1 million, and this could have been around Valentine's Day. I feel as though someone may have just come out of the blue and asked you out. For those of you that are single, we could be talking about someone who's wining you and dining you at this time, someone who could be financially very stable. Now, this could also speak of an agreement, a contract which will be bringing in money, so anything to do with work. Okay, so many messages coming through that. I love this energy. It's very similar to the Two of Cups, and I feel as though for some of you, there's been some sort of a major decision. We've got the Gemini card, the Lovers here. This is what you don't know. Now, this is a very karmic energy, and Gemini is the twins. So, you know, the word twins is just in my head at this time. I feel as though there's a lot happening within a twin situation. So twin sisters, twin brothers, doesn't really matter. Something to do with partnership agreements, the family money. Now, I also feel as though there is a set of twins out there where they're very different. They're two very different people, not facially, physically, but as characters. I feel that they are very similar in appearance. They're not identical twins, no, but they're very similar in appearance, but they are two different people, two different people, because look, we have one person is quite light, the other person, even though it's male, female, here in this card doesn't really matter. And we do have male-female twins because they're not identical. And circling around this card, of course, as I said, a decision, a head-over-heart decision in relation to finding your balance. Okay, so two people can be very different, but sometimes they do say, and this is in a love relationship, not amongst the twins, obviously. Two people say that, you know, opposites can attract. So I feel that some of you people are in a relationship where you're very different in the ways that you've been brought up. You could even be from different backgrounds, different cultures, different religions, doesn't really matter. I feel this energy here because we do have the World card here as well. Some of you could even be hoping to travel to go and visit, because we've got the 8 of Wands as well. And I feel that there is a major turning point in your lives here, and there's a big decision in relation to finding your love, finding your path in your romantic life. And I feel that there is a very, very strong sexual attraction here. As you can see, we've got the lilies next to these lovers. As well as that, you know, lilies can also speak of pure love. So there is a strong attraction. There is a physical magnetism between the two. And this is very karmic, obviously. You feel that this is stronger than you. Right now, there is such attraction, such motivation to be together, that this is a very, very tough time. It's a very trying, very testing time for you. For quite a few of you, I feel that with the devil here, and the devil is Capricorn, so some of you could be involved too much in work, too much in your career. If you have obligations with work, anything to do with your father as well, because Capricorn is the father, is the authoritarian. So there are obligations, and I feel like some of you are wanting to travel. You are wanting to go towards your passions, to your lover, and something is holding you back. The 3 of Swords is some sort of a disappointment, I would say here, and this could only be time. This could be Saturn, which is the Lord of Karma and time. Here is the energy of Saturn again. Now, in the recent past, there's been some sort of a celebration for some of you. For others of you, this has been a hollow celebration, because in the Morgan-GREER Tarot, there are no people here. There is an indication of stability and, you know, finding your footing, being happy, stabilizing your love life, your family life. But maybe because of even family obligations, family and work together, it looks like that celebration has had a setback. It's been put on the back burner. That's what I feel here in the recent past. So here with the Empress, we've got a number 3. She's number 3. Here we've got a number 3 again. And I feel as though for some of you, and this is for one set of twins out there, I feel that both twins, Libra, I feel as though you are dealing with a set of twins, and they're probably both of them are in love with you. I feel that you might be in love with one of the twins, and the other, there is, let's say there is no reciprocity from the twin that you're looking at, whereas the other twin is the one that's interested in you, and it seems like a love triangle. It's you know, there is lack of clarity. It's as though the two, it's a parallel relationship at this time. It's just not, it's not finding the wands here, which could be love messages, Cupid's arrows. They're not finding their target right now, and this is what is holding you back. But with the dating card here, I feel that there is, some of you may have been out and there is some sort of an agreement, but I feel as though for those of you that are agreeing on something, I feel that we are talking about the future and not now. It could be in a matter of 3 months. Whatever the agreement is about is happening in 3 months. And that's because the Empress is a number 3. She is like a 3-month pregnant woman. She will bring in the goods. She's all about love. She's all about beauty and values. Now this is Taurus and Libra energy, as well as Aries. Now Aries is where Uranus, transiting Uranus is in Aries. So Uranus is the rebel. Uranus will change things up. If you are not being valued by someone, if someone is not of value to you, if they're not important to you, you're going to break free. This is the time of doing things in a different way, in a radical, unexpected way, and some of you could be shocking people around you. So with Mars having moved over Uranus, Mars is the instigator, it's the beginning. It's the warrior, it's the fight and the mojo, it's the energy. So your energy is sort of slowing down now, even though I feel that for some of you there could have been already major changes when Mars was moving over Uranus, even a couple of days ago. Three days ago, actually, to be exact. Now, the energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. So the stimulating exchange, obviously, is love messages. And mischievous as well, cheeky, in other words. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is in Pisces at this time. So Mercury, because it rules Gemini, Gemini's wit and intelligence is not as clear and, as it should be. Mercury coming up to Neptune is not going to be easy because Neptune is, wearing those rose-colored glasses. This is confusion. This is also being in a bubble, having illusions of things that you think are happening, whereas they are not. Now it's funny that Neptune in Pisces and Jupiter in Sag, Jupiter being very strong there in Sagittarius, they are squaring. They're loosely communicating, but that can be having overblown happiness and expectations. So be careful that you don't fall into a trap, that what you think is, yes, we've got a contract, it's a sure thing. Make sure you sign on the dotted line, whatever this contract is, before you can be too happy, all right? Because this is a time of great illusions as well. And there's a lot of murkiness and lack of clarity with what's happening in Pisces. Now, Chiron is at the last minutes. It's finishing up. In 2 days, Chiron is finishing a 51-year cycle. It's ending in Pisces. So it's going to start a brand new journey. Chiron is the open wound. It's past lives, any things that have gone wrong in incarnations from the past. And Chiron, became the healer because he had to heal his own injuries, his own wounds. Be careful. Don't fall into the victim mentality. If you are not you are not the one that is chosen, it's not the end of the world. There are other people. There is someone else out there, especially for you, if you are this wallflower. Now, Libra says this energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. I'm sure that all of you, all of us, are looking to do that, but it does speak of diplomacy. So it's a time of communication. If you're trying to communicate clearly, please do that now before Mercury comes up to Neptune even closer. And Mercury will be retrograding over Neptune. So with Mercury retrograde, which lasts for about 3 weeks, and that will be happening in about 2.5 weeks, get the communication in order now. Now, more information. Some of you, for those of you that have had, heartache or heartbreak from a disagreement with another 2 people, could be from your family. Some of you are actually moving away from home, trying to find your sanity. And, it could work out really well for you. We've got the money card here. It could be a blessing in disguise, with the money card here and the dating and the agreement. I would say that some of you, because Gemini is short distance travel, it's neighbors and siblings. Some of you could be, for those of you that are single, you could be meeting someone in a new neighborhood where you will be moving. Now, this person could be someone that's come out of a heartache, a heartbreak, but I see with the Empress here, this is beautiful. The future is looking good. Here in the divine position, we've got the Queen of Rods, and this is fire. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Usually, the Queen of Rods is more Leo energy for me. So I'm thinking here, because the Empress, sometimes they say that she can be Aries. For others of you, it could be Aries energy. And you know what, dear Libra, the sign opposite to you, which is your 7th house, for those of you that are Libra rising, your 7th house of partnership and relationship is Aries. And Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, is there. So a lot could be happening in your partnership house right now. The Queen of Rods is someone who is very sexual. She's very spontaneous. She's got a very strong sex drive. She goes with her passion. Let's first of all look at the World card. I want more clarity on the World card. Spirit guides and angels. What's this World card? What's this completion? I was just thinking the moon. I was thinking the moon because, what was I saying? Yes. Because I mentioned Leo, and next to the card of Leo, we've got Cancer. Now, the eclipse on the 21st of January happened at 0 degrees and 52 minutes of Leo, which is on the cusp with Cancer. Could this have happened for you? Because that eclipse, we're still in the energy of that eclipse. So, you know that of course, the eclipse is always, it deals with the moon and the moon's nodes. So the moon card is Cancer. Others say it's Pisces. For me, very strongly it speaks of the house of Cancer, because the house of Cancer, the 4th house, is the moon, is ruled by the moon. All right, so the moon can speak of fears. It can speak of intuition. And this shows the full moon, and that eclipse was the full moon. So it's coming full circle at the full moon in Virgo on the 19th or 20th of this month. Okay, and the moon can also speak of your mother, and we've got a mother figure here. So for those of you that are dealing with a family situation, okay, the Queen of Rods could be either a sibling, or I'm going to say, if this is your energy, dear Libra, then this says that you've got the leadership qualities in you. Go for what your heart desires. Do act spontaneously, and don't think too much, because the divine is behind you. The Queen of Wands is usually the lucky queen. She's got a lucky streak. And if this is Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, then you know, Leo, the house of Leo is taking risks, trying your luck out, true love, children, as well as being up on stage, being shown to the world, showing off your talents to the world. Okay, I feel as though the Empress, if this is a family situation, the Empress would be the mother and the Queen of Rods would be the daughter. Now, if this is not your, you know, your family, your family of origin, then some of you could be choosing between two different partners. So we've got the Queen of Rods and the Empress. Now, because the Empress is a pregnant woman, we could be talking about literal pregnancy here. And if this is the same person for some of you, then this means that, you know, being intimate has brought into your life a different situation. A baby is on its way. And Venus here is the goddess of love. She's ready to be birthed. She's ready to come out of that birth canal. Let's take another card on the World card. One more card. Oh, wow. The Queen of Swords. You had her yesterday right here. So now we've got two siblings, could be male or female, and a mother. Okay, let's take some more cards. Now, the Queen of Swords is obviously your energy. And this can be even a same-sex story here, because we've got three females. One is older, the other two are practically the same age. And could the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Rods, could they be the twins that I was talking about before? Let me take a card on the Chariot. Oh, wow, Libra. Oh, well, you can't make these things up. You just can't. You just cannot make these things up. You know, I need to finish your reading quickly before my computer gets stuck again. The King of Swords yesterday was right here. And I was telling you that if you need to use that sword, use it. Now, because the King of Swords is right on top of the Three of Swords, he's holding the fourth sword. The Queen of Swords is holding the fifth. The fifth sword, which speaks of competition. It speaks of a love triangle. Okay? These two people are in a karmic relationship. Could be, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could even be partnership. And I was going to put the King up there again. It could even be in partnership for business. So, the King of Swords can also be a solicitor. Could even be a heart surgeon. Because with the Three of Swords, someone could have needed to have heart surgery. Now, it's going to be really funny if we get the Emperor coming out. Let's look at the Lovers card. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, dear Libra. The Lovers. And as I see the King of Swords, he's got his back turned to the Queen of Rods. Whatever that means, it looks like they're not on the same page. Let's look at the Lovers. And we've got the Nine of Wands. So, protecting everything that you've built. You're almost at a completion point. So, I'm just thinking of the signs that I've already mentioned. So, we've got Libra and Gemini. They are the air signs here. Let's look at that Four of Wands. And seriously, a hollow victory. This card here, the Four of Wands, even though it speaks of a home, a celebration usually, because there are no people in this card, I see it like a hollow victory. So a victory that is bittersweet. Let's take another card. And there's the Four of Swords. So this is taking time out. Someone could seriously be ill in a home. We've got two fours here. Let me show you the cards. For others of you, this could be going to visit family overseas. Okay, taking time out. You're in between the Three of Swords. The fourth sword is in the background, which means that you are not using it yet. You are not speaking your truth, and you are not taking that sword to fight with it and to have a successful new beginning. So let's take the Devil. Now the Devil can speak of any sort of drug abuse, alcohol, any sort of I even want to say sexual tendencies. There are sexual tendencies that can be a little bit overpowering here. So whatever that means, I don't want to go into details. That's what the Devil card can mean right there. And this could even mean, like, you know, not being able to get away from an intimate relationship because there is a strong attraction here, and it is karma that you're dealing with. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles can be a message which comes through, a message of something physical, something that you are hoping to grow on, you are hoping to start. Now the Page of Pentacles, it is a page. Pages bring in information as well as bringing in changes. So some of you may be hoping to, whatever addictions these are, you may be hoping to do something about them. Now the Page of Pentacles can also be an adolescent, young man, more than likely. Could be a son, could be a younger sibling. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So stopping to look at a situation, being stuck there, like waiting. Do I invest more time? Do I invest more energy here? What do I do? You're looking for the divine information, the signs. This is a 7 for me. And 7s always speak of the divine order, the divine energy. Let's look at that Three of Swords. And we've got the Seven of Swords. So someone's been sneaky. Someone has tried to get away with something. Now again, this is a 7. Know that whatever you have not known about, maybe that's what's broken your heart. That's what's made you upset. Some of you are trying to push a situation before it's the right time for it. And I'm going to advise you that you need to go with the flow. Don't push. Now with the Seven of Swords, this can speak of intelligence. Use your wit. Use your diplomacy. And try not to take all the burdens on your shoulder. Look for support. Look to delegate. If this is you just being that busy that it's wearing on your health, you need to delegate. Let's look at the Empress. 2 cards, okay? Wow. 2 of Pentacles and the Fool. There's the brand new journey beginning. The 2 of Pentacles can speak of a decision that you are trying to make. You're choosing between 2 people. You're choosing either to stay in a situation, for some of you, in a, could be a narcissistic, sexually magnetic attraction that you cannot get away from. Now you're juggling, you're trying to make a decision. Do I stay or do I go? I feel that the Fool is beginning a new journey. This is you taking a risk. You're leaving things behind and you're traveling very lightly. You're not taking a lot with you. Now, this is metaphorically and literally. Now, I want to say that the Fool card, is going on a new journey. This is Jupiter, let's say Jupiter in Sagittarius. It's going on an adventure. The energies of Jupiter are touching on everyone's life. And know that it's a blessing with Jupiter there. Jupiter will actually be retrograding from the 10th of April until the 11th of August. And I believe that that time frame, whilst Jupiter is retrograde, obviously it's stronger, it's closer to the Earth. That's the correct time to look for the blessings, to work through relationships, business partner, family. Okay? So let's look at this Queen of Rods, Queen of Wands, which is in the divine position. Let's take this card. Wow, and we've got the King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. So many characters in your reading, just like yesterday. The King of Pentacles promises in business. This can mean that, look at the similarities in energies. They're both yellow. This King of Pentacles could have strong Leo, even though it could be a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Usually I see the King of Pentacles as Taurian energy. Nevertheless, Uranus, as I said, is moving into Taurus, so we're all moving into what we value. Now, the King of Pentacles could be a boss, could be a business partner. He's got a lot to do with business and money. He's someone who's very stable, not going anywhere. And, you know, the Queen of Rods with the King of Pentacles, usually we've got fire and earth. It's not that they're the perfect match. But I feel that one aids the other. So the Queen of Rods, she's more fiery, more spontaneous, whereas the King of Pentacles is more grounded and more slow-moving, very calculative, right? So if this is a business partnership, I think that it'll work well together. Nevertheless, we've got two kings here. So we've got the King of Swords, and the King of Swords could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. We've got, as I said, we've got Libra and Gemini here, so that's more than likely. I want to say also, if you are female, please watch your Venus sign. If you are male, go for your Mars. Watch the Mars video, wherever your Mars is in your chart, if you know it. And also, please watch your North Node. I feel that that's got a lot to do with what we are destined to move into. Now, because I'm having trouble with this King of Pentacles, even though it speaks of, if it's an energy, and I'm taking Sibilla's on it, if it's an energy, then this speaks of money coming through, stability coming through. And this is the card that just opened up. And it's funny because it's Uranus. This card is something unexpected. It's the Six of Wands, which speaks of success, gratification, acknowledgement. Okay, so doing wonderfully in business, going for your passions and balancing out. So this is a surprise that's coming through. Now, Uranus is moving into Taurus in 2.5 weeks. So something unexpected could come through. Money could be coming through business unexpectedly. This could also be a new contract. This could be a new client, very abundant client, one that's going to stick around for a while. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the Bambino, which is like the Seven of Pentacles. This is something new that's coming in. Now, we've got the Empress here. Now, could the Empress be the same as the Queen of Wands? Could she be the same person? Remember that I said that this energy is the Empress is Libra, Taurus, and Aries. So we've got the Aries card right there. We've got the Taurus card right here. So we've got the bambino, which can be a literal baby, or this could be a blessing that's coming in. Something new that you did not expect. And here we've got the contract, the merchant, the businessman. These two cards are practically the same for me. And I want to say that because it's a number 13, 13 is the number of Scorpio and the death card. So there is some sort of a transformation. Looks like the money's coming in. Now, the King of Pentacles, could this be someone new? Because we've got the bambino here. Let's look at the King of Swords and the Chariot. We've got the Prigione, which is the card of Capricorn. Let's say this is being bound by a certain situation. This is like not being on the same page, disagreements, being held back. There's the Empress again, the Donna Maritata. She could be held back because of family. It's funny that we've got the Donna Maritata with the children and the man bound and chained either by a marriage, by children, or even just family obligations. And we've also got the La Matrice, which is the woman lover. She's like the Queen of Wands. So she's the outsider. Okay, now the Queen of Wands, let's say she's holding a jewel in her hand. She's really hoping that she will take what is desirable for her. She is like the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is, she goes for what she feels very strongly for. She's more into, she's very driven, let's say. She's a masculine sort of an energy because, you know, masculine energies instigate the change, instigate the difference. Okay, so, speaks very strongly of Aries energies here. Now, if you look at the numbers on these cards, we've got the 12, a 12 here, but it's like the 3 of Pentacles because the 12 adds up to a 3. 3 of Pentacles, and here we've got the 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups can always speak of a love triangle. It can speak of a celebration, going out, having those drinks, mingling, getting drunk, having fun. And then the 3 of Pentacles, again, can speak of business and expanding, but it's also 3. Too many 3s here. I want to look at the Lovers, which is what's hidden in the position of the hidden, and the 9 of Wands. 9 is one step before the 10. Let's take 3 Sibillas on that. And we've got the Belvedere, like the 3 of Cups, hoping and waiting for someone to come through. Someone is traveling through over water, more than likely. We've got the news that's coming through, the decision that is being made, and here we've got the new doorway. This is like the superbia, something that is beautiful. The news that's coming through is really good, really good. Now, we can also speak of ego and vanity with this card as well. So I want to look at the middle position, and I think I will finish your reading, dear Libra. Finally, you can get your messages. We've got the Sacerdote, which is Taurian energy. Again, the 13 speaks of the death card and Scorpio. Scorpio is also very passionate. The house of Scorpio speaks of intimacy, Scorpio rules the sexual organs. So the house of Scorpio is also joined resources, your partner's resources, your partner's money, sharing things on a very deep and intimate level. Now the priest here is holding his cloak, hiding something, could be hiding something beneath that. Now this also speaks of commitment, family, religion, wedding. Here we've got the Vecchia Signora. Okay, so someone is coming through. And again, it's like the Two of Swords. So there's a decision on whether this Vecchia will come, the Vecchia will visit, or she could be someone that is older, that is getting the advice, that is giving you the advice that you are seeking. And here we've got a number 13 again, which is the same as before with the sacerdote. This is the healer. This is the dottore. This could be a literal healing. This can even be a psychological healing or just a good energy. Now, this could be a doctor. This could be a solicitor. This could be an advisor. That's why I'm saying that some of you are having issues, marital issues, family issues, where you will be healed. Wow. 3 is very important for you, dear Libra. We've got two 13s equal 26, plus a 2 equal 28, 2 and 8 equal 10. Some sort of a completion. Some sort of a completion is happening here. All right. I think that I will leave it at that. I hope that this was of help to you. So many similar messages here. So many similar messages. This is a general reading. Please watch your moon and your rising signs, Libra. Thank you for your patience. Thank you also for sharing these videos, for commenting, for liking, sending you many blessings. And I hope that whatever you are working through right now works to your advantage. As I said, we are all in this together. We're all working through very karmic energies right now. Some of you will be stabilizing some sort of a relationship, some sort of a job, a career path, where your life will be changing. Others of you are dealing with romantic relationships where you're finding the door shut because it's saying that you need to do more work. So which side of the fence are you on? Let me know. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.